Hi, good morning. I just want to address a comment yesterday. Happy Saturday. She said these are too high, but when my phone's down here, it looks too high, but the rearview mirror is up here, so I can see. So anyway, hey, how's it going? It's a beautiful day. It's an absolute beautiful day. No rain. Okay, according to, let me turn my windshield wipers off on when I say that. According to the weather app, there's like a 5 to 10% chance of rain today. Okay, it's just that it's so humid that water is coming from the sky in a very heavy mist kind of way. Yes, but it's not raining, okay? It's not. It's misting just enough to get you damp all over, make your hair fry, and mess up your glasses, and mess up the windshield. Yes, I love it. But we are in a cold snap right now. Yes, it's 74 degrees, but it's like 98% humidity or something like that. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to walk outside and feel like you just got out of the shower and you put your clothes on while you were still wet. That's what it feels like. That's what humidity feels like. Like you are still wet from your shower and you just went ahead and put your clothes on. No need to dry off. Just put your clothes on. That's an accurate description of humidity. Yes, humidity. So I'm going to the grocery store. Do you ever start a little project like, oh, I don't know, I cleaned the kitchen window above my sink because, you know, it just had some soap spatters on it, and I wanted to better see the hummingbird that keeps coming and sitting on my little swing. It's not a swing, it's a wind chime. So I cleaned that inside and out. It looks beautiful. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna wipe down the range hood because it gets greasy, you know. So I get the little step ladder and get on top of the countertop and I wipe it clean, and then I went to pull the grates out of that, and they were nasty. Hadn't been that long, but they were nasty. And I put them in the sink, and then I thought, you know what, I'm taking these things outside, taking it to the streets. I don't think that was the right tune, but whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I took them outside and I sprayed them down with a mold and mildew cleaner, because that's what it looked like was on them. And then I let them sit out there, and then I went out there and hosed them off. And anyway, it's just turned into a whole thing, you know? Like, sheesh, I didn't mean to go this deep of a clean this morning before the grocery store. I just thought I was cleaning a window, you know? The girls have softball practice today. I was gonna go, but I don't want to go sit in this heavy misting rain. And there's gonna be other practices and other games. So her mom told them Miss Tracy may not make it today because of the rain. Yeah. Anywho, I'm at Publix, so I'm gonna go in and pick up just a few things that I need, and I'll be back. Okay. Good afternoon. How is everyone? It's been a very dreary, rainy day, but I did make it to Naomi's practice. Phoenix's was 9 to 11, and it was a very heavy mist during that whole time. But Naomi's, it was not raining when I left out at 1, 12:30. Her practice was 1 to 3. Even though it looked like rain, it wasn't raining. So I stood there for about an hour talking to her mom and watching her practice. And then a little bit after 2, I said, you know, I'm going to sit in the car now because it's really starting to do that heavy misting again. And I don't want to get soaked and my glasses get wet and all that stuff. So anyway, I went and sat in the car and I watched the rest of her practice. She's doing well. Phoenix, I don't think Phoenix is very impressed with softball. She signed up for it. She was all excited, and now she's like, do I have to go? And her mom's like, yeah, you wanted to play, and it's pay to play, so you are playing because I paid. So she has to go. She said, if you don't want to do it after this, then you don't have to do it again, but we have to at least get our money's worth out of it. So she's giving it the old college 2nd grade try. But Naomi's doing well. She's way more athletic than Phoenix. She's taller, thinner. She's got them long legs. She's built for speed, man. But there was a funny part in the game. I mean, it was practice. But Naomi hit the ball. She hits it between a line drive between 2nd and 3rd. Well, the 3rd baseman picks up the ball and throws it to the 1st baseman girl. And Naomi hit 1st base and she kept running to 2nd base. Well, the girl on 2nd base didn't get the memo because she just stood there. And they were telling her to run, and you can only have one on a base. So Naomi didn't know where to go, and she couldn't turn around and go back because the 1st baseman was hot on her heels with the ball, so she kept running. Well, when she got to 2nd base, she kept running, and they were like yelling for her to stop, and the girl stopped on 3rd, and Naomi was stuck between 2nd and 3rd. So the 1st baseman threw it back to the 3rd baseman, who took off running after her. And anyway, they tagged her out. So then they had a little lesson on one person on the base, and you got to look up ahead and make sure that that person on 2nd is running before you take off running to 2nd. But it was cute. They were all very excited to play. It's actually looking like a blue sky behind me.
Blue skies shining on me, nothing but blue skies. Okay, there's a patch. That's what I see.
Anywho, I'm walking Penny this afternoon, and it's a great day. It's a great and wonderful day, but I'll be back, okay? Okay. Well, hi. Here we are in the evening, and I'm folding clothes, so just ignore that on the back of the couch, okay? Because maybe that's where I fold clothes. Today, I don't normally fold clothes there. But that's just kind of where they landed, and I said, well, that's as good a place as anywhere, right? Right, Penny?
Can you say hello, Penny? Penny, 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 Penny.
She could care less that we're in the room. Yeah, but she's fine.
Anyway, would
you like to know what else exciting happened today? When I got home from Publix this morning, I noticed that my the range hood, I can never think of the name of that blame thing. It was cycling. It was off, and then it was low, medium, high, off. Low, medium, high, off. And it beeps in between, and I was like, why are you doing that? What is going on? And did I tell you? No, I don't think I did. I looked up in there. Okay, so I took those things off, and I told you they looked moldy, right? And I sprayed them down with the stuff, and I sprayed them off, and they're all clean and pretty, and I left them sitting out to dry. Well, I look up in there, and the whole inside of the thing is like dripping. Water's dripping down on top of the stove, and I was like, why? So I Googled, and it said that it could do that because of the temperature changes, like if it's super humid outside and it's super cold in the house, which, you know, my house, I put it on sub-zero temperatures at night to sleep. But, I mean, that would explain the mold looking stuff on the top side of that. But I'm just wondering, like, why it's just now started, you know? I mean, although it has been extremely humid the last few days. But anyway, then I went into the storage room and I turned off because none of my breakers are labeled, because that's hard to do by yourself, you know? It's hard to go in there and label all of those when you're here alone and you don't know what you're turning off. But I know now that label number 12 belongs to the range hood because I cut it off. And nothing else is off. So I called my dad. I told him the whole story. And I said, I turned the breaker off. Is my house going to catch on fire? He said, no. If it's off, it's off. I said, okay, because, you know, I felt uncomfortable leaving if that was the case. And he said, yeah, but what else did you turn off? I said, well, the stove and oven's on, the microwave's on, the coffee pot, more importantly, is on, the ice maker's on, the lights are on. I don't know. It must have had its own breaker, is all I know, is because nothing else turned off. I mean, I didn't check the dishwasher, but I don't really use the dishwasher anyway because I don't have that many dishes at a time. So anyway, it's turned off and it's going to stay that way for a while. So I let it get all dried out up in there and put the things back on. But isn't that weird? What's going on with that? Anyone have any helpful advice? I was trying to figure out a way to unplug something up in there, but because it was so wet, I was like, well, I don't really want to play with live wires with water dripping. Seemed like the smart thing to do.
I mean, I do, even though I can't talk, I do have a brain every now and then.
So I just thought, okay, you know what? Just kill the power to it. Killed it. I'm going to leave it off. And so mote it be. Whatever that means. Yeah. So mote it be. Yeah. But anyway, that's about the most exciting thing that's happened today, besides going to softball practice. That's it. It's been a great and wonderful day. Yeah, hadn't it, Penny? Oh, there she is.
Say hey, Penny. She's being so rude. Penny, 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 Penny. Hi. I just want you to say hello.
Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just my day, nothing exciting. So remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon because these people will be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Tell me what you think about Cracker Barrel if you made it this far. Okay, toodles, my noodles.